Hello and welcome to the SCA Cricket Show. My name's Shazad Haq and welcome to the very first episode of the 2012 season. Well, as usual, we'll have plenty of action for you, and we're going to start with the SCA T20 Challenge Trophy, which happened at the Ceylon Sports Club and Tuas Yorker Ground from the 21st to the 28th of January. 16 teams took part in this competition, with the top teams going on to the final and semi-finals. Here's a look at what happened in the grand finale. The final was played between Amerio and Standard Chartered on Sunday 28th January at the Yorker Ground in Tuas. Standard Chartered won the toss and opted to bat, making 130 for 9 in their 20 overs. It was a close encounter as Amerio finished their chase at 132 for 9 with an over to spare, winning by a single wicket. Standard Chartered got their innings off to a flying start, openers Ashish and Rohan putting on a solid 43 runs before Rohan fell in the 6th over. Amerio's SB Malik and Sridharan then took 2 quick wickets to rattle Standard Chartered's top order at 70 for 3. Navin went about rebuilding Standard Chartered's innings with a hard-fought 14, but his effort was cut short by Ritesh, who took 3 wickets in a row to really put a dent in Standard Chartered's target. The tailenders failed to get the match back in Standard Chartered's favour, with Hassan the only other batsman managing double figures, as they finished on 130 for 9 in 20 overs. Amerio's reply started poorly, as Standard Chartered's bowlers Hassan and Krish dismantled the top order, reducing them to 34 for 4 in the first 5 overs. Kubarwalia steadied the innings with his gritty 27, and while they lost 2 more wickets in the process, it was his partnership with SB Malik that turned the game in Amerio's favour. At 60 for 6, Kubar and Malik shared a 62-run stand to take Amerio past the 100-run mark, before Kubar fell to a Rohan delivery. Malik carried Amerio to the end, his 42 off just 25 balls, taking them to 132 for 9 in 19 overs, and making them the SCA T20 Challenge Trophy winners for 2012.
Yeah, we are 100% today. The main thing is we played really as a team, so that is the biggest strength we have. Everyone contributed today. That's what we got the cup here. It's always winning is amazing thing. So we are very proud of winning for Amerio. Amerio is a corporate, and one more thing is it's always we have a good party today, and we'll have a good sleep, happy sleep. Opponents, they really fielded well, so I would say that they got some beautiful catches and they were very tight in the bowling, so that's what it went to the last moment. Because of Malik, he was the one who completely changed the game towards us, and final was Sundar did a 6 to get the cup for us. Today's exceptional performance with Malik, because he bowled really well, so he got the key wickets at the right time, and then he played an excellent knock in the perfect time.
Australia and India happen to share the same national day on January the 26th. Both High Commissions here in Singapore decided to commemorate the occasion by holding a special friendly cricket match at the IA ground. Former President of Singapore S.R. Nathan graced the occasion as the guest of honour. The 2020 match was played at the Indian Association, with Australian High Commission team winning the toss and batting first. Opener George Cooper was their star player, as he top scored with 31 and was the only player to hit double figures for the Australian team. The Indian High Commission's Pradeep Raman was the chief destroyer, as he took 4 wickets while giving away just 10 runs. But all the bowlers got amongst the wickets as they bundled out the Aussies for 83 in 19.4 overs. The Indian High Commission's chase got off to the best possible start, as openers Dharmichan Mulewa and Manish Tripathi carried the team all the way to the end. Dharmichan, the main run-getter, with his quick-fire 51, while Manish played the support role well with his steady 27. Which means that the Indian High Commission team reached their target of 84 runs with all their wickets intact in 11.2 overs, winning by a whopping 10 wickets. Maybe MS Dhoni and company could take a leaf out of their booklet. Well, it was certainly a welcome change to see the Indians beating the Australians, even if it was for one game.
To foster good relations between India and Australia, both countries share the same national day, 26th of January. So the two High Commissioners decided one way of recognizing this is to have a cricket game, because cricket is a common shared game and of great excitement in both countries. So they decided to have, and they wanted to ask whether they can have it at the Indian Association. We were very happy to have it here. So that is how it all came about.
How does it feel, sir, to have former President S.R. Nathan to come down and grace this event?
Oh, he's always been a great supporter of the Indian Association of Cricket. In fact, when we had our first T20, he came in. He came in also for the second T20. So he has always been a great supporter of both the game of cricket and also cricket in the Indian Association.
How was the whole process of organizing this, getting both countries to come down together at one venue and play a simple game of cricket?
Oh, it's not very difficult because the High Commissioners are very close friends. So one suggested and the other said, yes, why not? So it was as simple as that. And then I'm a friend of both the High Commissioners, so they said, can we have it here? I said, I'm president of the association. Yes, I said, why not here? So that's what Indian Association is all about.
Is there a possibility of having such an event on a yearly basis?
Almost, I think they will now decide. If this is obviously a success, so they will have it every year. And we might even expand it into a diplomatic tournament. Meaning other countries like New Zealand, like all the other cricket playing countries.
Plenty more action coming up right here on the SCA Cricket Show as we turn our attention to the Singapore national team and their preparations for the World Cricket League. Welcome back. Singapore will be hosting the World Cricket League Division 5 tournament from the 18th of February. The host and 5 other nations will be competing for 2 spots to go up to Division 4. And of course, the national team are busy preparing to get one step closer to World Cup 2015. Here's a look at the 14-man team that will be representing Singapore in the World Cricket League Division 5 tournament. Saad Khan will lead the team in this tournament, and an unfortunate injury to Narendra Reddy means that Riaz Hussain takes his place in the squad. The World League has 2 main aims. One, to provide smaller cricketing nations like Singapore a qualification system for the ICC Cricket World Cup, and 2, an opportunity for these sides to play international one-day matches against teams of similar standards. Singapore will be playing in Division 5 of the league alongside Malaysia, Cayman Islands, Argentina, Bahrain and Guernsey, with the top 2 teams promoted to Division 4. With so much at stake, the team have been busy preparing for the last 2 months under new coach Trevor Chappell. How has Trevor Chappell helped you and the team as a whole over this last couple of months?
I think he's done a very good job with the boys. He takes care of each and every aspect of what we need to work on. A lot of fielding sessions, talking to the boys with how we need to do on the wickets and how we need to perform. And personally, I think he watched me play with the 3-4 games that I played at Bangalore. And he told me a few corrections here and there, but I mean, it's helping, yeah.
And they've made a difference, these corrections?
Yes, definitely. He's been there, played a lot, so he knows what's happening. So yeah.
Not only have they been practicing in Singapore, but the team also travelled to Bangalore to play against the Karnataka State Cricket Association's under-25s, which was a strong team, where the Singapore team put up a good fight, winning 2 and losing 2. Chetan, we've heard you've done very well in Bangalore and recent training tours. Tell us how things have gone for you personally.
I think it's going good. I'm peaking at the right time. I got 116 not out in the first game, and then in the third game I got 96. So we won 2 games against a good first-class side. I think they were in the elite group for Ranji Trophy. So it gives the team also confidence after winning 2 games.
And you played well today as well.
Yeah, I got 100 again, not out 100. So it's going, hope it carries on in WCL.
Well, it seems you're peaking at just about the right time. What about the team as a whole? How do you think the preparations have gone for them?
I think team also is going good. Our fielding is really picking up well. A couple of boys like Chaminda got 100 today, then Kshitij got 100 in Bangalore. So it gives good confidence to the team.
They were also in Malaysia for the Saudara Cup in December, which ended in a draw. The aim of the team was to get as much game time together as a unit. Over the last couple of weeks, they've been practicing at the grounds where the tournament will be played to get used to the turf and to try and make the most of their home advantage. Promo, tell us, you were here playing for Singapore 2 years ago when Singapore last hosted the WCL. How have things changed or evolved in those 2 years?
It's good. People matured. 2 years later, I think people start to learn the game better, more tactical, and maybe it's hard on the physical part, but I think we will cope up with the tournament.
And how have you performed personally?
It's good. Just that the fitness has to strike, and it's a 8 days event and 6 games within that. It's going to be tough on our body, but I think we are okay and prepared for it.
Are you feeling that Singapore are still favourites as they were a couple of years ago?
I think if we play through our potential, I'm looking at Division 3.
The 50-over tournament will be played at 3 grounds: the Kallang Cricket Ground, Indian Association and the Singapore Cricket Club. Singapore will play 5 games in the group stage before the playoff positions are decided. Here's a look at Singapore's fixtures. Singapore kick off their campaign on the 18th of February against Cayman Islands at Kallang. On the 19th, they're up against Guernsey at Indian Association. There's a day of rest, following which Singapore play Malaysia on the 21st at Kallang. On the 22nd, they take on Bahrain at the Padang, followed by another day of rest, and then the 24th is their final group game against Argentina at the Padang. The 25th will be the day of the final and other playoffs, depending on where Singapore finish. And coach Trevor Chappell thinks they can finish first. Having spent over 2 months with the team, he's confident of their chances.
We had a good tour a week or so ago. We got back from Bangalore. We had 10 days there, and that was very useful. The weather over there was excellent really for playing cricket. Quite warm during the day, a bit cooler during the night. The facilities there very good. We played at Chinnaswamy Stadium a couple of games, which is an international standard ground. The opposition that the Karnataka State Cricket Academy put up was a combination, I think, between the under-23 and under-25 teams, so that they were good opposition. And we also played at the Jain International School, which is also a great facility. It's just a little bit of a hike out of Bangalore, but it was a great facility. We had practice weekend just before the Bangalore trip in Malaysia, up at Johor Bahru. Had a weekend of Saturday, Sunday games up there, similar to what we've just done here today. Sort of internal game between what is the 14 in the squad, and plus a few other guys that we've roped into to make up the 2 teams and make it as competitive as we can. So things are going quite well. The grounds are starting to dry out. It's still, as you can feel underfoot, a bit soft here at Kallang, and IA is the same. But the 3 wickets that they've got up for the tournament are looking very good. There's a lot of grass now that wasn't apparent a couple of months ago when I first got here. So Kareem and the guys working with him have done a great job of that. The outfield's starting to look a bit better. We've been able to cut it right down probably for the first time in the last couple of months, over the last few days. Given some reasonably fine weather, I mean, some of the rain is handy at times, obviously, to grow a bit of grass, but we just don't want it at the wrong times.
You must be really pleased though that the boys have been performing pretty well, especially in that tour of Bangalore. You must be quite happy that they're peaking about the right time? Yeah, there are a few of the batsmen. Chetan in particular has been in great form. Chaminda got 100 today. Saad has got a few runs. He got a few runs up in Malaysia and a few more today, hitting the ball obviously very hard and long. And a few of the other batsmen haven't got big scores, but they've spent some time in the middle, which is a good thing. So, and the bowling doesn't look too bad. Fielding, not too bad. There's just a few little things we could do a bit better in each area, and hopefully over the next week, 10 days, we can improve on those things. Up next, we speak to Singapore Cricket Association Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Prakash Vijaykumar, as he talks about Singapore hosting the World Cricket League. Welcome back. Joining me now is Mr. Prakash Vijaykumar, who's the CEO of SCA and head of the organising committee for the World Cricket League. Prakash, great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Tell us, how's the last few weeks been in organising this?
The last few weeks has been pretty tiring and taxing. It's not an easy task to put together a tournament of this scale, especially when there are 3 venues to manage and teams with expectation. It is quite a logical challenge, but we've done well. We've got a good set of people working around us, some volunteers and our staff. So it's looking good.
Can you tell us how the ICC and the SCA work together on this tournament?
The ICC event management team has been in touch with us for a long time. David Thawley, who is also going to be the tournament director, has been pretty helpful. They've been giving us all the details of how to run the tournaments, and they have a long list of KPIs to be completed before we go ahead with the tournament. So we've been ticking on each one of them, and finally I think hopefully today or tomorrow we would have finished the last 2 boxes.
Well, you just mentioned the 3 grounds. That's of course Kallang, Singapore Indian Association and Singapore Cricket Club.
That's right.
How's it been looking after those 3 grounds? I have to say Kallang looks in fantastic shape.
It is, as you may have already heard, we have a fantastic curator now, Kareem, who used to be a curator with us in the past, and now he's back. And I think he's got magic in his hands, and he's done wonders with the pitch. Whoever has gone down to the middle, and they've had fantastic things to say about the pitch. There's nothing much to say about the SEC pitch. It's always been a fantastic pitch over there. The IA, we had to do a little bit of work on it because for the last 2 seasons there was no games played on turf there. So we've had Kareem and our other in-house curator Mahesh go and have a look at it. They've done a pretty good job. We had a practice game yesterday and the wicket was pretty good, so it's all looking good.
This is the 2nd stint for Trevor Chappell as national coach for the World Cricket League. What was the thinking behind hiring him again?
Very simple. He's delivered in the past, so we just wanted to go with a winning formula. He has helped Singapore win 6 out of 6 in the last WCL, which we played in that was in 2009. So there was no reinventing the wheel. We basically decided to go with Trevor.
What has he brought to the team? I know that fielding is one of the particular focuses that he has.
Obviously, the team has come together. They were a little rusty before he came in, but I think his fielding drills have got them up to the mark now, and I see that the players are much more fitter than what they were before Trevor arrived. And obviously the tour to Bangalore has done the boys pretty good. They're all looking good in shape, and all it needs is to go and deliver it on the field now.
Well, talking of targets now, is it nothing less than the final for Singapore?
Yes, expectations are high. Being the host, we've got a double dose now. We've got to manage the tournament well as a host and also win the tournament. So it's a double header here. But I think it should be fine. The team's looking pretty good and they're very confident. So we should be going there and winning it.
Is there a sense of destiny, Prakash, for Singapore to get into Division 4 after the unfortunate circumstances the last time round?
Yes. In fact, after the Nepal tournament, it's been kind of silent. We've not had any tournaments to play, and then there was quite a bit of down in morale with the team after the Nepal issue. We've put all that behind, and now its target is 2015, and I think the new the changes in the ICC World Cricket League format. Now it's going to be called the World Cricket League Championships, and it's made it easier for countries like us to get into the World Cup qualifier, and so that's our ultimate target: get to the World Cup qualifier, and we're just a couple of steps away. So I don't see any reason why we should be not going there soon.
So do we see success in this tournament as a platform from building cricket in Singapore and perhaps getting more people involved?
Yes, it's got a lot to do. This is going to help us in a lot of ways. We're going to especially on the weekends when we're having the games, we're trying to get school kids over here to come and watch the game, promote the game as well. There's been a tremendous interest among new schools. We've just presented at one of the zone meetings, and the principals and the PE department have accepted, and they're very keen on accepting cricket into their schools. So we want to bring them here and show them this thing, and we want to use this tournament to gain mileage to make cricket more popular.
Prakash, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks, Shazad.
Okay, well, that's Prakash Vijay Kumar talking about the World Cricket League. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, it's all about indoor cricket. Welcome back. It's a new year and therefore a new season of the Seasoned Pro Indoor Cricket Leagues. Almost 30 teams are taking part in the weekday and weekend leagues, which have just started. Let's catch up with the latest action from the Weekend League at the Sports Planet East Coast. That's it here on the SCA Cricket Show. Our next episode will exclusively focus on the World Cricket League tournament. Singapore needs your support, so do come down and cheer on the national team when you can. More details available on the SCA website, that's www.singaporecricket.org. Meanwhile, we'd love to hear your feedback on the show, so do get in touch with us on the address at the bottom of your screen. We'll leave you now with scenes from the Misfits Beach Cricket Carnival, where there was a little bit of sun, sea and sand, perhaps a bit of cricket too. Bye for now.